Practical Vedanta, Part 5. There are sometimes terrible doctrines to teach. I know people who get frightened at these ideas, but for those who want to be practical, this is the first thing to learn. Never tell yourself or others that you are weak. Do good if you can, but do not injure the world. You know in your inmost heart that many of your limited ideas, these humbling of yourself and praying and weeping to imaginary beings, are superstitious. Tell me one case where these prayers have been answered. All the answers that came were from your own hearts. You know there are no ghosts, but no sooner are you in the dark than you feel a little creepy sensation. This is so because in our childhood, we have had all these fearful ideas put into our heads. But do not teach these things to others through fear of society and public opinion, through fear of incurring the hatred of friends, or for fear of losing cherished superstitions. Be masters of all these. What is there to be taught more in religion than the oneness of the universe and faith in oneself? All the works of mankind for thousands of years past have been towards this one goal, and mankind is yet working it out. It is your turn now, and you already know the truth. For it has been taught on all sides. Not only philosophy and psychology, but materialistic sciences have declared it. Where is the scientific man today who fears to acknowledge the truth of this oneness of the universe? Who is there who dare talk of many worlds? All these are superstitions. There is only one life and one world, and this one life and one world is appearing to us as manifolds. This manifoldness is like a dream. When you dream, one dream passes away and another comes. You do not live in your dreams. The dreams come one after the other, scene after scene unfolds before you. So it is in this world of 90% misery and 10% happiness. Perhaps after a while it will appear as 90% happiness and we shall call it heaven. But a time comes to a sage when the whole thing vanishes and this world appears as God himself and his own soul as God. It is not therefore that there are many worlds. It is not that there are many lives. All these manifoldness is the manifestation of that one. That one is manifesting himself as many, as matter, spirit, mind, thought, and everything else. It is that one manifesting himself as many. Therefore, the first step for us to take is to teach the truth to ourselves and to others. Let the world resound with this ideal and let superstitions vanish. Tell it to men who are weak and persist in telling it. You are the pure one, awake and arise, O mighty one. This sleep does not become you. Awake and arise. It does not befit you. Think not that you are weak and miserable. Almighty, arise and awake and manifest your own nature. It is not fitting that you think yourself a sinner. It is not fitting that you think yourself weak. Say that to the world. Say it to yourselves and see what a practical result comes. See how with an electric flash everywhere is manifested, how everything is changed. Tell that to mankind and show them their power. Then we shall learn how to apply it in our daily lives. To be able to use what we call Viveka, discrimination, to learn how in every moment of our lives, in every one of our actions, to discriminate between what is right and wrong, true and false, we shall have to know the test of truth, which is purity, oneness. Everything that makes for oneness is truth. Love is truth and hatred is false, because hatred makes for multiplicity. It is hatred that separates man from man, therefore it is wrong and false. It is a disintegrating power. It separates and destroys. Love binds, love makes for that oneness. You become one, the mother with the child, families with the city, the whole world becomes one with the animals. For love is existence, God himself, and all this is the manifestation of that one love, more or less expressed. The difference is only in degree, but it is the manifestation of that one love throughout. Therefore, in all our actions, we have to judge whether it is making for diversity or for oneness. If for diversity, we have to give it up. But if it makes for oneness, we are sure it is good. So with our thoughts, we have to decide whether they make for disintegration, multiplicity, or for oneness, binding soul to soul and bringing one influence to bear. If they do this, we will take them up, and if not, we will throw them off as criminals. The whole idea of ethics is that it does not depend on anything unknowable. It does not teach anything unknown. But in the language of the Upanishads, the God whom you worship as an unknown God, the same I preach on to thee. It is through the self that you know anything. I see the chair, but to see the chair, I have to first perceive myself and then the chair. It is in and through the self that the chair is perceived. It is in and through the self that you are known to me, that the whole world is known to me, and therefore to say this self is unknown is sheer nonsense. Take off the shelf and the whole universe vanishes. In and through the self all knowledge comes. Therefore it is best known of all. It is yourself that which you call I. You may wonder how this I of me can be the I of you. You may wonder how this limited I can be the unlimited infinite, but it is so. The limited is a mere fiction. The infinite has been covered up, as it were, and a little of it is manifesting as the I. Limitation can never come upon the unlimited, it is a fiction. The self is known, therefore, to every one of us, man, woman, or child, and even to animals. Without knowing him, we can neither live nor move, nor have our being. Without knowing this Lord of all, we cannot breathe or live a second. The God of the Vedanta is most known of all, and it is not the outcome of imagination.